From the deep dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game. I'm Nikodas.
I'm still Grebog, and the real one, not any fake. This is episode 124, the feast, and subsequent food coma.
What
I had
an
to put that in
interesting
there.
name they did for this event, like the timing on it, everything.
Yeah, which is why I put the food coma part in, because I'm like, you kind of have to when you're Thanksgiving time frame in the U.S. You eat a lot of turkey, then you have a food coma.
Well, turkey is a natural sedative. That's why everybody eats turkey and then gets tired.
But the sedative, from my understanding, is a very small amount, but it's fine.
But when you gorge yourself on turkey, I mean, it adds up. It's like they say, one bee sting might be an annoyance, but 100 of them can kill you. One little bit of turkey might, have a little bit of sedative, but a lot of it will knock you out. Before we get too much more into this episode, I do want to make a short announcement here. Normally, we also do, Grebog does a stream on Wednesdays at 10, and then we do our Fleet Fun Night at 10 p.m. on Thursday. Neither of those streams are going to happen this week due to the holiday. So after the show tonight, you guys won't see us until next Monday. Sorry. Holiday takes priority. Family stuff.
Yeah, my sister's here visiting. I may have gotten her addicted to the game. So I'm just going to start with my week since it kind of ties in with this week. So yeah, not going to do any of the extra streaming this week for the fact that my sister's here visiting and I would rather spend time with her. No offense to people watching that, and whatnot. I don't get to spend a lot of time with my sister. So suckers. I mean, so my week, let's see here. What did I do this week? I don't remember. We talked, huh?
Nothing. Go ahead. I
was like, we discussed, I played a fair amount of Star Trek Online up last week to now. Did the dailies for the new event. Let's see. Oh, I triggered some new goals on my KDF recruit. Let's see. I got because Swarm. I got my 5 Swarm missions done, or for that. I also ended up. I don't know if I told people on stream or not, but I completed the 2,500 ambush kills. I've also completed the Marauder rank 4. Now that was the more recent one, the Marauder rank 4, and so I'm moving along on those goals for the special recruit stuff. But let's see, WoW wise, I don't remember. We raided. We did a lot of talk about, what do we want to do about the loot system once the whole loot, because WoW has moved away from personal loot and it went back to a need for greed. Yeah, need over greed system. And so there's been discussion about how the raid team wanted to handle that for the future and so on and so forth. And yeah, I mean,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm not a big fan.
I liked the personal loot system.
Okay, it's kind of it's not just the standard need over greed. It does take your spec into consideration. So if you, let's say, are a tank spec, and let's say I'm a blood DK running around, and a one-handed weapon drops, it will be I can't need on that. I would only be able to greed on it because I use two-handers. Yeah. And there's similarities to like that for like a resto shaman. Well, I was like, no, all shamans can use shields. I don't know. But yeah, they're taking into consideration your loot spec on what loot you're available for. Though it sounded like you also will be able to. It's easier to trade. The trade limitation is more lenient this time around. So even though like an eye level, it might be higher eye level than what you have on, I think you still can trade to another person in the raid as long as they were there for the kill. So at least it sounds like there is that. It's yeah. It sounds
All
like it's
right.
better than the standard need over greed, but it's gonna take getting used to. And so my raid team was trying to figure out what we wanted to do about like who gets priority if anything, and they're basically if you can need on it and it's an upgrade, go need on it. If no one seems to need greed on it, the raid team enchanter is going to greed and pick up all of the excess loot, so that way we have raid enchants available for the team.
All right.
Let's see. Outside of that, I canceled my D&D on Sunday so I could spend time with my sister. And let's see what else. We did talk a bunch of D&D stuff, had some stories, had some laughs. Yeah. So we told the horror stories of DMing for certain people. I mean,
I wouldn't know who you're talking about.
or the we didn't understand why a player might have, oh, I'm a ranged caster type, I'm gonna walk into melee with someone I've been pissing off and then get stabbed to death. Or
I still don't know who you're talking about. I really don't know who that is.
Sure you don't. But yeah, so we've been having some fun, hanging out. How has your week been, and what have you been up to, Nikodas?
In general, I don't really play casters, but I might have been in the game where the caster ran up and got squawked, ganked, whatever term you want to use for that.
Edified?
Yeah, squished. I like ganked. I know that's an old school term, but I still use it. You got ganked. My week, my week has been taken up by my job primarily, and which is really weird because I'm technically only working 2 days a week, but it feels like so much more. This last week, so warning, this might be a little graphic for some people, but I'm an EMT, and I just recently got back to working on the streets on an ambulance. And the new company I work for did a cadaver lab, which is a thing where you go in and you actually get to use skills and tools on a corpse. And it was really fascinating, kind of gross, but really fascinating. So I did that one day, and then we also had a training day, and I did that, and then I worked my first 24-hour shift and promptly got my butt handed to me. And in the midst of all that, I've been doing my dailies on STO, um, and I bought the new Pokemon games. I actually bought 4 copies of the new Pokemon game because it is a 4-player cooperative game, and everybody in my house has their own Switch, and now we all have Pokemon. So
Is
that's been a thing.
how many copies of one color do you have? Like, are you
I
all
got
different?
I got 2 of each,
Okay.
and we split it pretty evenly. Oddly enough, I figured, especially with the kids, I figured there would be, I want that one, and a back and forth, and then I would just get stuck with whatever the kids didn't want. But oddly enough, it actually worked out. Like, people just came in, and one kid grabbed Violet, the other kid grabbed Scarlet, and that left one of each for me and my wife, and I'm like, okay, that works.
Cool.
So yeah, and we've been having fun with that. There's a raid system in there, and you can all 4 go fight the same Pokemon, and all 4 get a chance to catch it, which in the greater scheme of things is probably a little weird, but in the aspect of it's a game, it works really well because then there's no jealousy. So I've put a lot of time into that. Outside of that, I really have not been doing a lot of gaming. I did some writing. I worked on my novel just a tiny bit, um, hoping to encourage myself to do that more since I have more days off work. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
Other than that, it has been pretty calm. So
You guys didn't get any snow or any I know some people out
um,
there got some. If you live in Buffalo, New York area, you got 6 feet.
no, we didn't. We didn't. We had some flurries at one point, but nothing major. There was Thursday morning. We did have some snow on the ground, but it wasn't enough to like influence driving capability or anything like that. It was all pretty tame so far. It was cold. It's cold now. It's like 15 degrees outside.
We had last night. It got to 15 here. So.
Yeah, it's cold, but other than that, we're good. So how's the weekend STO?
Oh yeah, we have the new event has already started. If you didn't know, it started on the 15th. It's going to well, they said, did I update this to what they? So it's now, it says December 6th. I swear they were going to give us an extra day, which should take us to the 7th. Um
Yeah, they did mention an extra day because I guess some people were not getting credit.
yes, the very first day people went and did one or the other. I don't know if, yeah, they tried to do the event and didn't get completion, so they said that we were going to get another day. So far we may have to wait until they do an update, which might come through tomorrow. um Tuesdays seem to be the days that they push updates, and so that might be when it will finally trigger in game. But don't get freaked out. We should be getting one more day for those that missed a day. You only need 14 days of completion though. Before the extra day, that you had 21 days to do everything. So this means you would have 22 days. Well, 21 still for the people that couldn't do it the first day. Um, and yes, we have confirmation that it is actually 14 days that you need, even though the blog post still doesn't say that. The reward is the Universal Kit Module, V'ger probes, and you can look in game. It will tell you what it does. Essentially, it doesn't tell you a great detail. Like the damage, I'm curious if it will fluctuate based on your build. So maybe the stats I'm seeing is different than what you might see. I see 69.3 plasma damage per second, the closest foe within 15 meters, and then 292 plasma damage per second for all foes within contact. So what it does, it
I'm
sounds like
seeing
it's
the
supposed to.
same.
Yours is the same.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same.
So if you played the newest mission, when you had to run around and do, or the newest TFO. Well, I think they were also in the newest mission, where you had the red beams that were chasing you around. It is that, except ours are going to be white, because we have V'ger beams and not Conqueror beams. Let's
Or
see.
the other.
And this is also the 5th and final event for the event campaign for the year. So if you haven't completed the event campaign and are just touches away, this is a good way to finish out the year without having to spend money to get completions. So, but you can still spend money to get the completions and get the reward if you haven't already.
There is a lifetime subscription sale going on now until December 13th. It is $100 off, meaning the price is currently $199.99. And actually, the first 2 days had an extra 50 bucks off. It was $149.99. They do that almost every time it goes on sale. Like the first couple days will be half off, which puts it at 150 as opposed to 300, and then they bump it up the 50 bucks after the first couple days. So If you are thinking about getting it, you might want to wait for the next sale because the first couple days will be 50% off, probably.
They tend to also start the sale for lifetime subs on Thursdays, which is why you don't hear it here until after the first 2 days have already passed.
Because we stream on Mondays, go figure. Muds is also introducing a new bundle. This one is interesting. Is it out?
No, it's coming out tomorrow.
Okay. So, new bundle starting tomorrow. This is the fighter pilot bundle. The 4 ships are the Deimos pilot destroyer, the Sirena Heavy Raider, the Kwekian Pilot Frigate, and the Undine Cheirax Bio-Warship. In addition to those 4 ships, you may also pick 50 keys, 16 Elite Bridge Officer upgrade tokens, 1 Epic Prize token for the Phoenix pack, or 10 Ultimate Tech upgrades. And it is going to be 50% off for the first week.
They put 11.22 to 12.6.
So it's going to be normal price is 295,000 Zen or $295. And then the half price will be 147.5. So take that as you will. The pack, you get to pick 3 items out of the 8 I read. You spend $150. You pick 3 of them. So take that as you will. Now they are having a larger pack, costs 600,000 Zen, I think, and it gives you everything. That one will also be 50% off. So $300, and you can get all 8 items. Again, take that as you will. I am probably not going to get this pack. I like pilot ships, but the only one in here that I'm super interested in would be the Kwekian ship, and I don't think it's worth that much money. So
I put some notes here. The Deimos pilot has the Immolating phaser lance, which is considered a meta console. If you're looking for a high DPS console, that is one of them. Will it get nerfed? That is the question. People are worried that because now it's in the mud pack, they're gonna nerf it because they did that once already. Basically, from everyone I heard talking about the ships and what research I've done, the 4 ships in this pack are all 4 very good ships. And definitely, if you were to buy a mud bundle, picking the 3 ships might be a challenge for some. And most people recommend getting the Deimos Sirena. And the reason for the Sirena is because of it's a promo ship and would cost you more on the exchange if you were to buy it otherwise. And then it becomes whether you want the Undine Cheirax or if you want Book's ship from Discovery, which is the Kwekian Pilot. Or however you say that.
The shape-shifting ship that can reconfigure itself into different things. And yes, it can do that in the game.
As for picking the other things in the bundle, it's never recommended to buy for the money. You can get more keys or better. Yeah, it's better to go another path to get keys or bridge officer upgrades or any of that other stuff.
Well, and you can't even sell these keys. The keys you buy in the bundles are account bound. You can't sell them.
And also, they released a new ship. It is in game already. It's the Praetor Command Warbird Battle Cruiser. This is another Infinity Lockbox ship. Yes, it is a gamble ship. So yeah, I mean, take it how you want. It was in Strange New Worlds in the last episode, so it has a interesting console. It has a spinal mount plasma torpedo, big boost to plasma and kinetic damage on it. Some people were talking that could really help out for a torp build. A starship trait people are talking about also because defeating a marked foe gives a team a wide damage and hull buff until map move. So if the person that has this starship trait can annihilate, and the buff is size dependent. You take out a big ship, like let's say you annihilate in ISC the tactical cube, your team now has probably the biggest buff until you finish the map. So, yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be one that a lot of the elite DPSers, the people that DPS chase, are looking forward to testing. So, from my understanding, though, also the ship's not a bad ship to have. The trait in the console will be useful for certain things. So, but it is a lockbox ship and gamble.
Yeah, I'll probably never own it unless it ends up in muds at some point, but it sounds like an interesting ship. I like the idea of another starship trait that lasts until you move maps. I use one now that does that. I like it a lot. All right, so the only other thing that we have to announce, they said that there's going to be, or there is, a Master Key and Lobby sale that lasts until November 22nd, and it's 20% both, I think. So 20% reduction in price for the Master Keys and 20% reduction in price for any Lobby items you might want to buy.
Well, 25% on the Master Keys. And for the sale, when they do Master Key sales, they brought back the 20-pack ring, which also, in that, is always an ultimate tech upgrade. So if you're going to buy keys, this would be the time to do it. So hurry, the sale ends in 14 hours. So...
Okay. All right, so we wanted to highlight the 2 TFOs from the event today, the feast. So let's get to it.
The feast. We've done these TFOs before.
We have. I think we've done Bug Hunt even somewhat recently.
They supposedly, I think they reworked Bug Hunt before this event.
They said they did, but I didn't really notice any major changes when I ran it the other day.
Well, the alarm bug I thought might be the new thing, but I could be wrong.
They may have made them easier to see.
Yeah, well, that might be what it is. I did notice there are new markers in Bug Hunt.
The Hur'q are about to overrun this planet, and time is a factor.
It did.
Several Jem'Hadar ships have
All
been
right,
disabled.
so this
by
is the Swarm.
Give them a power.
If you're running a Gamma recruit, you actually have a thing to run.
5.
I think 5 of these.
5 of them. KDF recruit also.
Yeah. Is the KDF specifically the Swarm?
Yes, there is a special do the Swarm 5 times.
Okay, so there you go. I couldn't remember about that one. I remembered the Gamma recruit. So phase 1, it's right here. Phase 1, contact Odo for a briefing. No, phase 1, we have to defeat the enemies that are out here and power up as many Jem'Hadar ships as we can. So we're gonna blow up some ships. Now, if you get shot, like I just did, it will turn off your power-ups. So you've got to do that when there are no enemies around, or at least when no enemies are targeted. Okay, Simon's got that one.
And I got this next one.
Yeah, I'm going to go to this other one over here, maybe, if it lets me.
There is a trick. So after this phase, apparently someone's having a problem up there with the swarms chasing them.
I see that. I'm going to go help him.
Why is he... Where... I don't know. I guess I will take care of ships, since that is...
He's clear. I'm coming.
I was going, where are they going?
I think we've got some people that may not be too familiar with this, actually. Okay. So there are 9 ships total to power up. Oh, I'm being attacked. We have 6 done. 3 to go.
I'm on one more. I was like, while everyone else is doing that, I'm just gonna keep powering ships.
Yeah, we're down to less than a minute, so that's probably a good thing. And then we got enemies to go blow up. Okay, we're good with that.
Well done.
Boom, there we go.
Okay, so here you can also get to. Hey Tabby, thanks for the raid. I hope your stream went well. Here you can go sit on a satellite. Oh, looks like most of the satellites are getting sat on.
So there's 4 satellites. So this is phase 2. We're going to repel the attackers again. The goal here, the optional goal is to turn on the satellites.
Mines against the Hur'q
There's
ships.
4 total. We have 2.
Yeah, I got one already. I'm on another.
You go get the one on the far side. I'll hold off these guys.
Weird night. The WoW servers were borked. Wait, WoW servers borked? No. I figured they were, you know. I'm getting stuck on the silly satellite. Or maybe it's just my ship's silly. The captain's silly? Yeah, that's probably the problem.
Are you on the last satellite yet?
It's on the other end.
It is not. Where is the satellite? Oh, it's in the middle over here. Alright. I got it. There we go.
The last of the refugee
Now
ships
we
are
gotta talk
ready.
to Odo again. Okay, and once the satellites are turned on, you get this neat little thing where if you fly close to one, it will deploy some tractor mines, or give you the option to deploy tractor mines. And they're actually really good at pulling the swarmers down.
And preventing them from ramming you.
So I hit it every chance I
Refugee
get.
ships heading down escape route Alpha.
Okay.
Protect them. Hur'q ships spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
Okay, and now we're in phase 3. Phase 3 is where the evacuation starts, and basically you're just protecting these ships.
Don't mind me with all the science.
Yeah, I moved away because you'll make my screen unreadable. The optional here is at some point we will get a dreadnought, and the optional is just destroy it.
I'm wondering if you and I should separate and I should help the other sides.
You stay there. I already moved away.
Okay.
I'm currently in the middle.
Looks like I also have Murphy helping.
I'm apparently over here with Jazzy Dax. Sounds interesting.
I mean, maybe they're related to Jazzy Jeff, or what is that? Was that his name in the Will's friend, Fresh Prince, Jazzy Jeff?
You might be right. Man, it's been forever since I've seen that.
Head to escape
Grebog with a crazy long
Protect
back.
refugee ships.
Dating himself with callbacks.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Ever.
Hur'q
Have you seen
dreadnought on
the
sensors.
new
Be careful.
version, just out of curiosity?
I have not.
I have not either.
I don't know that I don't know. I'm torn.
Oh, there's the dreadnought.
What dreadnought?
The one that's way over here by Alpha. I'm working my way over there slowly.
I'm trying not to get too far from Gamma. Because I am trying to, you know, make sure I hold Gamma when it pops.
It's down. dreadnought is dealt with. Somebody activated some science stuff. You're not the only one. Or maybe you just came over here.
I'm at beta right now.
Did you come say hi?
I've been bouncing back between gamma and beta.
And there we go. Look at all the kabooms.
Okay, have a great night, Tabby. Thanks for the raid.
Hi, Tabby.
Hur'q ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
Yeah, I'm probably cutting out pretty quick after tonight's stream too.
Refugee ships heading down escape route
Well,
Alpha.
I'm not
Protect
going
them.
to be able to do what I like to do of running I guess the after show, as I kind of nicknamed it, stream, because yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, it'll be 11, and gonna hang with my sister.
We're speeding up the
Either
evacuation.
she'll, and then probably go to bed.
Now.
Teach her how to
Head
play
to
SCF.
escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
I might do that. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
You know, I'm really enjoying this ship. I didn't think I would, since it's not.
Which
you
one
know,
is it?
It's not a fleet ship. It's not. It doesn't have a fleet version.
Oh, the adamant.
Yeah. It's got a built-in cloak that I don't use as much as I probably should. It blows up stuff good, though. I've got it set up as
Refugee
a
ships
surgical
heading down
strikes
escape
build,
route Alpha. Protect them.
which means you don't have to be as picky about what weapons you put on there.
All lanes.
Hur'q ship spotted at escape route Gamma.
I've got
Get
Beta
over there.
covered. We're good over here.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
This last phase is just on a timer. There's nothing you can do to speed it up. The enemies would just keep coming. The initial timer is 6 minutes. We are down to just under 2, so.
In my opinion, the bug hunt one seems to run quicker, which I could be wrong. Could just be my impression.
There's no overall timer on that one. It's just how fast can you clear a room of bugs. There is a short timer because you're following an NPC who's got to blow stuff up at certain points.
Yeah.
But
Well,
again, how
And
Head to
I had a
escape route
feature
Beta.
with him.
Protect the refugee ships.
He decided to just stay at the start point and not come and help blow up the first. Like we were standing there waiting. We killed the all the waves, and then we were waiting for him. And I'm like, what's going on? You know. It was interesting.
he never left the first room?
He never left the
Hur'q ship
platform where you
spotted at escape
start,
route Gamma.
and he's
Get over
telling you
there.
to like go do stuff.
Refugee ships heading down
Interesting.
escape route Alpha.
Not
Protect them.
until he did eventually, but we ended up having to kill everything first. So, whatevs.
We're down to 20 seconds.
And then we have to kill all the Hur'q. Period.
Yeah, whatever's left. It's just clean up at that point.
Yeah.
I hit the immune side. This may not be a pilot ship, but I can turn pretty quick sometimes.
Okay, now destroy remaining Hur'q.
I'm working on it. There was a group that came in right before the timer ticked down.
That's everyone.
There we go.
Go team. Grab
Good
your
job.
marks.
And we got our daily.
And we got our daily.
Go ahead and leave, Grebog. I'll re-invite you.
So this one isn't a bad one to run to get your daily. Like I said, if you are decently geared and you're with other decently geared people, the next one might be quicker. Might be.
Here we go.
And that's only because this one, the one we just did, had a X timer. You can't speed it up. You can't slow it down. Yeah.
Oh.
You gonna invite me first?
I was still on a loading screen
okay.
because I had clicked out of it and didn't click the button back.
I just didn't want you forgetting.
I haven't forgotten you this time. I promise. Okay, so the ground one. Well, at least the
Wee-woo.
cubes are going quickly tonight.
I did find some interesting features and a way to help you speed it up even faster.
Welcome to Pariah 3. I'm Lieutenant John Vanderveer,
Yes.
and I'll be your demolitions expert on this trip.
Oh, I don't have the charm bar. So, the last event, if you have the charm, I highly recommend
mission is to-
equipping it. And then you can run around super fast and even run before you're not supposed to.
Did you do that? I don't have the cat charm on this character.
Because these cats run super fast.
You know, and they're not supposed to. The all it says is like 10%, but it seems
It
like they
feels
move
way faster than that. And
and okay, so the optional here, I didn't even get to see it. I ran up to.
I annihilated the alarm bug.
Yeah, so the first three phases here are, well, the first phase is basically you're just assaulting the hive entrance is the way it's listed online. Each
clear.
room that you go into will have an alarm bug. There's 3 total. You don't have to get them, but see, that one's dead, but it didn't give us credit for it.
I've had some interesting features with the alarm bugs, I guess would be a good way to put it.
That's the first one I've had, but I walked past the corpse, saw the red, name with the empty life bar and everything, but it still only says we killed 1. That should have been 2. Interesting. I don't want your blood wine. Not old enough. I only want it if it's from Hur'q's time.
Clear to proceed.
At least he didn't bug out.
Yeah. See, there's the alarm bug. There we got 2 of 3.
Okay, I actually saw the alarm bug this time. It didn't last long, but it was there. And this room is the end of phase 1, so once we kill enough things, our little friend will come over here and set another bomb.
And then we have to drop down a chasm.
Yep. Where's he at?
Oh.
Here he is. He's coming.
He's busy.
Yeah, he was still shooting. All good.
Also, here
Fire in
at
the
the
hole!
end,
Area clear.
so when you get to this next, well, after he does the section where he knocks down the pillar that allows you to do a bridge section, there's another alarm bug. It looks like we got it because it's
Okay,
dead.
so that was 3. All right. So we're good.
Scans show that we need to jump down this narrow fissure in the rock. Be careful.
So once
I
we
don't know
drop-
what's waiting for us at the bottom.
No
Yeah.
bomb here. So that was a queen, but it apparently was a fake queen. I don't know how that works.
The fake.
Bugs. What do we know? I love that episode of DS9. It's a fake.
According to our scans,
I
there's
have
a
that
tunnel under
meme
us.
saved on my
Give
phone
me a moment,
too.
and I'll clear a path.
We'll clear a path. Wonder where
Fire
this
in the
path could
hole!
be.
Watch
Ah, I
that.
fell. Okay,
That is
so
kind of a long haul, though.
here's the next point. Once he does the pillar, you can you use the cat charm to get to the queen at the very end, super fast.
Oh, you don't have to wait?
Well, you still have the cutscene. You cannot skip the cutscene, but you can trigger the
I can get us a-
cutscene sooner. One.
Cover me.
But I mean, you don't have to wait on him to blow this up. You can just run it.
No, you have to wait. You have to wait.
Gotcha. I thought you were saying you can skip him blowing stuff.
No. Basically, you can trigger the cutscene faster, so that way you can technically get into combat quicker, which is one of the ways people are speeding this up.
Gotcha.
Essentially cutting down your run times. But, I mean, these sections are literally kill bugs. Go to the next section, kill bugs.
I mean, technically, we're in phase 3. It's almost impossible to tell when you move between phases. It's essentially every time you drop down somewhere.
So
it's a new
here,
phase.
once you get out of combat,
This is it. The center
hit
of
the
the
cat
hive,
charm,
where we'll find the
and off you go. It's a race.
I need to put the cat charm on this character. Those cats are going to make the winter event really interesting.
Yeah. I've also noticed that if you start shooting while in your super duper cat form, your weapon will appear before it transforms you back. So you can be a cat with a staff or a cat with a gun.
Nice.
It's kind of silly.
And he's down.
And now that once the queen's down, you do still have to take out all of the edge ones, and then it completes. And unlike before,
Which is
killed the
also
Spawn
new,
Mother,
because you
but
used to
we
be
need
able to,
pull
like,
back
as soon
so I
as
can
the
set off the charges and
brood
bring
mother
down
was
the
down,
hive.
yeah,
we were done.
that's the event.
Yeah, that's it. Only 2 TFOs this time.
I mean, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Actually, I know you've got family up, so we can call the show a little earlier today than normal. As long as you are okay with it, I was thinking next week we would start the 2800.
Oh, I found the actual name of the story arc is Lost Dominion.
Okay. Let me fix that in the
'cause
notes.
I thought it was called the 2800, but it is.
Lost
We've done some of the Lost Dominion before.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see what we've done. I know we did one as part of the thing we were doing about, if you can bring different jobs in here and get different accolades. But let me look and see what we come up with. If we've done it before, then we'll finish it. If we haven't done it before, then we'll start at the beginning. We'll just see how it
I
goes.
know we've done the first part of it. I'm pretty sure but we have not done Facility 4028. I think we did do Boldly They Rode, because I remember that is when we were outside on DS9 and I got stuck.
Well, we'll see what we can come up with. Do you want to do a fleet update real quick?
Fleet is moving along nicely. We've actually been triggering a few of the colony projects. We're getting closer, especially with renewable energy. So we're getting close to being able to trigger the Tier 5 stuff, which is awesome. On the KDF side, we are narrowing down on the dilithium mine, and we are getting close to having the Tier 2 starbase. We need a few things for the construction yards. What are they called at the
shipyards?
shipyards? Yeah, the shipyards. We're working. Once we get the shipyards done, we will have a tier 2 military, which means more fleet ship availability, and we'll be able to queue the big fleet starbase, like the starbase tier 2.
Cheers. Good. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and call it for this week. We will see you guys next Monday. Remember, we're not going to do any fun streams later in the week due to the holiday. We'll just let everybody go spend time with your family. I know you all want, love to do that. So spend time with family. See us next Monday. And we'll do a Lost Dominion.
All right.
Did I miss anything?
I was just thinking, are we going to want to raid somebody once we're done here?
We can go raid somebody.
Sure. Well, I'm going to cut it here so I know where to cut it for the edit.
See you out there.
And live long and prosper, everybody, and we will see you next week.